Paul Chek. Welcome back to my video blog. The theme this month at the Chek Institute is lifestyle management. This week, the theme I'm working on to share with you is time can't be managed. And boy, I bet you most of you have figured that one out. So, as I share in PPS Success Mastery Lesson 8, time cannot be managed, only activities can be managed. We all have 24 hours in a day, no matter where you are or who you are. That doesn't change. Yet most people that I coach for all kinds of problems always tell me they don't have time to usually do the things they need to do. I don't have time to eat. I don't have time to exercise. I don't have time to get a massage. I don't have time to stretch, etc., etc. And as I often remind them, well, now you have time to see me and pay the big dollars to figure out what's wrong. So it always boils down to, being realistic about where you want to invest your time and your energy. And most people find that they're not feeling well, don't have a lot of energy, and are often investing a lot of time and energy to see doctors, therapists, stand in lines at drugstores, look on the internet to find out what's wrong with them, and those kinds of things. So at the end of the day, when people add up how much time they're spending doing things that are not really contributing to their dream and to their health and vitality, lo and behold, I find that there's actually quite a lot of time in most people's schedules. Consider that the average person today is watching 4.7 hours of television a day. And those are the same people that repeatedly tell therapists like me that they don't have time to do the things that they need to do. So when it comes to managing your activities, there's a few key tips I can give you. One, get very clear on what your dream is. Remember the ABCs of dream creation? We go backwards. First, you must be clear. B, you must believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, you're going to have a hard time getting other people to believe in you, especially if you need money from them. A, take action. Taking action only can happen effectively when you're clear, crystal clear about what it is that you need to create in yourself to be the vehicle of that dream, and how you need to manage yourself and what activities you need to participate in, both to spend your energy in the creation of your dream and to recover the energy necessary to maintain that process in a balanced way for the duration of your dream creation period, which hopefully would be your entire life, because one successful dream inspires the next, I've found. Unsuccessfully created dreams, if not learned from, often inspire, shall we say, a lack of self-esteem. Usually, though, these things happen due to making minor mistakes that become major when they start to compile up. So we can go a long way by just getting real clear on our dream and being honest with ourselves about what things we're doing that are not contributing to the dream, and what things we need to do more of to be the dream within ourselves. Once we are the dream inside of ourselves, then it's simply a matter of expressing the dream. But if we're looking for the dream outside, when we're deficient on the inside, it's like somebody who's exhausted driving all over town looking for a gym to work out in. It's not a wise use of time. That time would be better spent laying under a tree. So what is your dream and what is your ideal rhythm? I'm going to share a schedule based on my ideal rhythm, just to show you how I break this down. But each of us has different work situations, different life situations. Some of you have got young kids, babies. Some of you are retired. Everybody's in their own unique circumstances and has unique individual needs, mental, emotional, and physical needs. So you have to identify what rhythm works for you, but as I'll show you, you have to be honest about what it takes to balance the body-mind to keep it productive as an effective dream weaver, or your body and your mind just feed back your choices to you, and running around to doctors and therapists to try to medicate your choices is not really wise. It's highly profitable, but not for you. The key thing here is remove the junk. Many of you will look at what I'm sharing here and say, oh, I can never do that, I don't have time to do that, or any number of grumbles. But the reality of it is, like I said, if I was to follow you around all day and take note of all the time spent doing things that are not productive, reading email that is of no value, looking at crap on the internet, staring out the window, whining and complaining, gossiping, hanging out with your neighbors at work instead of being productive, which irritates bosses, etc., etc. Most people, I find, have plenty of time. And I know with my schedule, if I can do it, probably most anybody could do it. So remove the junk. Prioritize. I'm going to show you what I mean by prioritizing. The red line means prioritize your output or your outgoing energy and balance it with ingoing energy. If you don't have enough ingoing energy to do the things that you want to do or think you have to do, you've just signed your slow death warrant. And you will run into lots of trouble, because if you're any kind of a professional, as you get more and more tired, your performance drops down. For example, if you're a surgeon and you start having to drink too much coffee, eat too much sugar, the next thing you know, you'll be drinking alcohol and things like that. A good example of that is I just spoke to a girl the other day who had a big scar on her chin, and I just out of curiosity said, where did you get that scar? She said, I had to go see a plastic surgeon to get a mole removed, and when the guy was operating on me, I could smell alcohol just pouring off of him, and he made a mistake, and I consulted another surgeon. The surgeon said that that was something that should have never happened. So there you go. There's a classic, and I've heard many, many stories like that. I'm just using one example. My wife's a pilot. Believe me, I wouldn't want her flying that airplane if she was exhausted and had been making too many excuses about why she didn't have time to sleep or eat. So the point is, if you want to be successful and live your dream, you have to be committed enough to your dream to get rid of the junk, prioritize your time and energy so that it's dream focused. If you can't do that, it means that you need professional help, because you're probably acting out parental and social programs that are not contributing to your dream, and your pain is a gift because it's showing you where your shadow is at. So that's when the pain teacher arrives to give you guidance. But then drugging the pain teacher doesn't do anything but drive the problem deeper in. Listen to your body, your emotions, and your mind, and be honest with yourself. I have had many patients and people in my life wanting my help who tell me, oh, I don't have time for that, I've got kids, I've got this, I've got that. But they're seeing me because they're sick, or they've got a disease, or they've got chronic neck or back pain. And I look at their chart and it's obvious they've spent piles and piles of time and money running around trying to get help, all of which could have easily been circumvented and healed through effective self-management. Okay? So looking at that, then, here's an example of what I would consider to be an ideal day based on my own flow rhythms or a general theme of what would be, in my opinion as a therapist, a healthy schedule. 6 a.m., wake up, drink 2 cups of water. First, remember, rinse your mouth out before you drink water. At night, you got all the dirt from the air, all the funguses and bacteria and stuff. I'm sure you all know what morning breath is. Well, morning breath is because your mouth's full of stuff that you don't want to swallow. So rinse, drink at least a couple glasses of water, high quality water. If you're using any kind of supplementation that should be taken first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, do it. And then, as a general rule of thumb, most people need to jump into an ice-cold shower, kickstart the sympathetic nervous system, get a natural high, and then that significantly reduces the need for things like coffee, tea, sugar, stimulants. 6:30, have some tea or some juice or something that sustains you but doesn't put a lot of stress on the system, so you can go out and get some morning work in time, whether that be slow walking, breathing exercises, work in exercises from my book, How to Eat, Move, and Be Healthy, or zone exercises, Tai Chi, Qigong, yoga, whatever nourishes you, but remember the rule that a work-in should be comfortable to do on a full stomach. So if you're working harder than that, or you're having a hard time working in, you can always switch your work in to right after breakfast so that you're more aware of how much stress you're putting on yourself. Breakfast, ideally, always organic, high quality, free range, best food you can get. There's no better investment in your life than food and drink. Morning work in. Okay, organic individual needs for your diet. Meet your individual needs. Don't eat like other people eat just because you see somebody on television with lots of muscles who's living off of fruit or doing some crazy thing. None of that matters. There's as many different diet plans on this planet as there are people if we're intelligent about it. So meet your individual needs. Then we go to work. I create my dreams. If you go to work thinking, oh shit, I gotta go to work, you're in the wrong job. You're not doing what you probably ought to be doing, because if you were doing what you ought to be doing, you'd be excited about going to work and you would have the sense that you're acting out a labor of love, like a mother who takes care of her children, and even though it's hard work, she does it because she loves her kids. Most women don't have a baby and then walk around going, God damn it, I got the high maintenance kid. I want the low maintenance kid. Let me get one of them dolls you can just plug in. If you're going to work and you're not enjoying it, that's your first indication that you need to look deeper into yourself and get clear on what it is that you should be doing and making plans to do it. So you go to work to create your dreams. 10:30, exercise. Best time for most people to work out is when cortisol levels are at peak, which is usually around somewhere between 10 o'clock and noon, depending on a number of factors. But that's when your body's most stimulated to activity, and cortisol gives you the most protection against inflammation. So you're activated and you're ready for work. So that's a great time to work out. If you can work in. If you're too tired to work out, you can do it again. Charge up some more. If you're tired, the truth is told. Okay? 11:30 to 1, go back to work and do some more effective dream weaving, because if you've been following the plan so far, you'll have the energy and the creativity to do more work in an hour and a half or two than most people do all day. Lunch, same practice. Eat organic, meet your individual needs. Back to work for some more dream weaving. 4 o'clock, after a couple of hours of work, a peace point. A peace point means when you need a few minutes just to gather yourself, a concept shift, step away from the computer, clear your head. Could be just a couple of minutes walking outside on the grass in bare feet. Could be sitting on the toilet, having a relaxing dump, reading your favorite magazine for a few minutes. Anything that is joyous, nourishing, and is a concept shift away from work. Concept shit. Away from work. Plus work. So you do your peace point, 10, 15 minutes, whatever works for you, and then get back on it with the intensity of a loving mother. Then around 6 o'clock, family time, dinner time. As a general theme, share your day, share your experiences, hear about everybody else's day, do a little family sharing, the round table. Let people who are in pain share their pain. Let it dissipate through the family. Find some humor in it. Make it fun. Keep it joyous. You don't want to be eating with a bunch of stress in your body. Then you have another opportunity for a work in. That's a great time to get your kids outside and do something fun with them. Whether it be breathing or playing or pretending that you're a lion, a tiger, or a dragon. Just a few minutes of unbound play is fantastic for everybody in the family. Then you go to relaxation and wind down time in preparation for the evening. If you have the time and you got a favorite show and you've got yourself on schedule and you can reward yourself with that and not avoid doing the things that you should do, then that's an effective use of television entertainment. 10 o'clock, go to bed. spend 20 or 30 minutes reflecting on your day and meditating on what went well, what you could do better if given another chance tomorrow, how you can grow yourself, what you celebrate, what you have gratitude for, celebrate the mystery of life. Give yourself a little bit of time to be in awe of the majesty and the magic before you. And that is a perfect way to fall asleep and open up the door to the dream weaver and reinforce your dreams. And that's when you can ask Great Spirit for guidance, so that your dreams are guiding functions. They're not just things that happen at night. Put the question out there: how do I get the money to do this project? Thank you, Great Spirit, for the abundance in my life. Thank you for bringing me to the right people who have shared values and shared dreams. Aho, it is done, it is done, it is done. And then go to sleep knowing that the dream weaver is going to come give you your message and guide you. And that's really living. So you go into sleep or deep yin, ideally head on pillow around 10, do your reflection, fall asleep by 10:30. So what you see here is that basically I've plotted out a map of energy utilization. Here you see where we're talking about gathering energy, working in food, breathing, movement, warming up for the day, getting yourself excited to build your dream. Then we do some high productive working out. Then we have a little rest. Then we go more into work. Then a little peace point. Then some more effective work. Then we go into wind down and we start it all over again. Most people have a lot of red and very little green. And when you got a lot of red and very little green, at an intersection, you ain't going anywhere. And you're always at an intersection in your life. The intersection is, what do I choose right now? And if you sit there and idle, your day slips away, you're not being productive for working in or working out, which is ineffective dream building. So those are some simple tips. You can learn a lot more by studying PPS Success Mastery Lesson 8 at ppssuccess.com. Lots of great tips for you in my multimedia ebook, The Last 4 Doctors You'll Ever Need, How to Get Healthy Now. And of course my book, How to Eat, Move, and Be Healthy. And many more of my programs that are available at chekinstitute.com, C-H-E-K institute.com. Thanks for joining me this week. I look forward to sharing something with you on lifestyle management very soon. Take care.